Oh, hey, hey, hey. Let's get Dr. Chris. Get Dr. Chris on. It's been a while. What's been up? All right. What's on? Go live. It says that you joined, and I'm selecting go live with Dr. Chris, but hold on. Go live. Why is it doing this? Hold on, friend. Let me try it again. Okay, there it
There.
is.
Hey.
Yay!
What's up? What's up?
Yes, hey girl, hey.
Hey.
It's been a while. Okay, Locks.
We're locking.
So full. Ew. All right, friend, you gonna get us started?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Is Safe Speak Your Truth. My name is Dr. Chris, and we missed y'all. We are so glad to be back.
Yes.
Life has been lifing. And that kind of goes into today's topic. You know, a lot of times when life be lifing, we're wondering, hey, I'm doing the work, I'm being consistent, I'm being disciplined, I'm showing up, I'm speaking my truth, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But where is everything that I'm working so hard for? What's the hold up? The answer to that is just start where you are. Stop worrying about the when, how, where, what's going to happen. Just continue to do the work and show up, and everything will flow and align to meet your highest purpose and your highest good, right? So let's get into it. Okay.
Hey y'all, hey. I'm Kyla Hood, therapist, spiritual advisor. So yes, today we will be talking about just start where you are. It doesn't matter what it is, like what it is that you're doing or what it is that you want to do, just start. Just because like I remember like, years ago, and I'm not even gonna say years ago, just in general, there would be things that I would want to do, and I would just be so stressed out about, you know, oh my God, well, how is it going to happen? Like, I know this is what I want to do, but how is it going to happen? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I'm worrying about the wrong thing because I wasn't minding a business that was paying me, and because that wasn't the business that was paying me, the who, what, when, where, how, why. That wasn't the business that was paying me. All I had to do was just do what I could do. So, I had a little situation, you know, and I was like, I had this opportunity, present itself, and then I was like, okay, but if I do this, then how is that gonna how is this gonna work out in the future? And then, I'm just like, well, that's not how faith works. Because I be talking to myself, and it's really how I be talking to myself. I be like, well, bitch, that's not how faith works. You can't be having all of this faith, and got this shit tattooed on you, and then you worrying about how or when. Just fucking do it. And then everything else is gonna come along. It's gonna fall into place. And y'all, what the fuck happened? It fell into place. So, um, I guess I could tell y'all my business. I done told y'all enough of my business. I could tell y'all a little bit more. Okay, so in 2020, I literally started my life completely over. Like left everything behind, like literally car, like everything, like just packed up, moved, like left everything behind, started fresh, got everything back on my own. Okay, so in the process of all of that happening, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just following my inner guidance system, aka my intuition. And I'm like, well, look, the only person I can really trust is me. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let me down. I got my back. So if my intuition is leading me to do something, you best believe I'm following. Scared, child. I still did it, child. I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. But I don't regret it. So, like I said, I gave up my car, everything I had. I still have the same job, I work from home. So, I just pick up, move, so that's the good part about it. So, recently, I was like, okay, well, I'm ready to purchase another car. Now, I didn't want to get a new car at first, and then I didn't want to get a used car because I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about just maintenance and, just stuff happening. So I ended up, just getting settled. I don't want to say settled because it's not settling. I ended up getting a new car. So I'm like, all right, so now I got this car, but because of some things that happened like in the past, okay, so my little brother had stole my car. Like I had a Nissan Maxima, and my little brother stole my car and he totaled it. And I didn't press charges on him because I didn't want him to go to jail. Which I fucking should have, because it was fuck me. So I should have, been like fuck you too. But that's not me. So, but I wish I would have, because it's kind of biting me in my ass. So now, because I didn't press charges on him and my gap insurance didn't cover the damage, it shows up on my credit as a repossession. So I'm like, damn. So now, at first I wasn't able to get anything in my name because of how that showed up on my credit score. But now, some time that went by, now I'm able to, get a car back in my name with no help from with no help from nobody else, saying that I'm begging them for stuff and I needed them for, I'm not about to get into that. But anywho, so I was able to get it on my own. And I was willing and able to, do what I needed to do for myself by myself until I was able to get what I wanted. So anywho, I got my car. And so then I'm like, well damn, like this note is a little higher than, what I was expecting because of the repossession. So the guy at the dealership, he was like, "Well, look, just go ahead and pay on your car note. Just pay on it for 4 months and then refinance it, and it's gonna be cheaper." I'm like, "All right, cool, bet I could do that." So then, I I had started looking for like other jobs and stuff like that, and so I had been filling out job applications, and then I got like a call back from one of my old jobs, to start back again. And they like it literally like just worked out. Like I got the job, I mean I got the car, I got the second job, so now the money that my car note is taken away from my businesses, because yes, I'm actively still working on my businesses. I just don't post about it because bitches be hating. And they be sending like, negative energy or whatever, but I keep my business. Because that's my business. And what's that name said with the brown voice? Okay, because that's my business. But everything is still is really falling into place. Like it's really falling into place. So anyway, I got this job. So now, I'm back on the grind, like how I was, a few years ago. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But the moral of this story is just do it. Don't worry about how it's going to work out. Just know that it's going to work out for you. Because I was sitting there stressing like, oh my God, I got this car note and it's like more than I was expecting to pay. But how? And everything was just like, don't worry about it. You protected. You have everything that you need. You always have everything you need when you need it. You know that you have a good heart. You know that you always putting out, love and positivity into the world, regardless of what other people think or how they feel about you. You know your heart and we know your heart. So when I tell y'all, everything just started like lining up, falling into place, and it fell into place. It's even more stuff that I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about. But just know, just start where you are, y'all. Like, just start, just start, just start. Don't worry about nothing. Now, what I will say, once you start to worry, once you start to put that energy out, like, oh my God, oh my God, like this gonna go wrong, that's gonna go wrong, then you changing your frequency. You are changing your actual vibration, the frequency that you are putting out into the universe. So you have to realize, just like a radio station has a frequency, we carry a frequency. Just like when we're happy, that's a vibration, and when we're mad or sad, that's another vibration. It's just a lower vibration. So you have to keep your vibration high so that you can be in alignment with the things that you want to attract. Because if you are not in alignment with the things that you want to attract, you're never going to attract them, or you're going to attract them, but then you're going to lose it. You're going to fumble it because you're not on that same frequency. So that's something else, I guess, I want to touch on too a little later. It's about frequency and vibration. So I'm gonna just put a pin in that for right now, and I'm gonna make my little notes so I could come back to it. I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Chris.
Thank you for that. I can say, I've said this before, me and Kai talk outside of this podcast. So, like, when we are going through life, and life trials and tribulations are coming against us, people sending us negative energy, ill intentions, talking about us like a dog, doing all of this extra stuff, and we are actually able to feel that energy. I go to Kai, like, listen, I'm feeling this. What do I do? How do I get it off of me? How I did XYZ. Was that the right thing to do? Should I do more? Should I do less? What do I need to do to make sure that I overcome this? And I just want to let people know that just because you see people like us who you think are successful and we're killing it and we're doing XYZ, we're doing amazing, yes, but you don't know what we have to deal with or overcome to get where we are and to maintain what we have. So that's why you have to be careful about your thoughts towards us and other people that you think are successful. Because if it's negative, like, or you hating, that's an energy. We can feel that energy, right? But the thing about it is you also have to be careful, because a lot of these people that are successful, that are in, good positions and things like that in life, they're also highly protected. And we talk a lot about, energy having some place, having to come back to the original sender. So you're talking about me, you're sending negative energy towards me, and you're seeing it bounce off of me like, I didn't try XYZ and she's still flourishing. See, she's still smiling, she's still progressing, she's still growing. Okay, it didn't hit me, but you sent it. So what do you think that energy gonna come back to? You.
Yo ass.
It's all coming back to you. So I would just be careful about your thoughts, your intentions, your energy, your words. All of those things have power, right? And if it doesn't hit your target, it's going to come back to you. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, it's like when life be lifing, it's really hard to keep positive sometimes, right? Because this is something that I'm still struggling with. Life is lifing, and it's like, okay, it's all happening for my highest good. It's already worked out. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Like, I done did this, I done did this. What am I not getting? It could be frustrating, right? But at the same time, like I just said, you have to maintain your frequency. You have to maintain a high level of energy in order to be aligned with the things that you say you want. Sometimes when we don't think, when we don't get what we think we deserve or we should be getting at the time, it's because something within us needs to still change. We have to shift something within us, within our environment, that isn't going to be conducive to what we say we want. You say you want a good husband or a good wife, but yet you still running the streets, or you still feeling like what you want matters and that's it. Or you feeling like I could do what I want to do with my money. I don't need to check in with nobody. I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult. Okay. Is that an environment conducive to a wife or a husband or a healthy marriage? No. So that's what I have to remember too. It's like when I say I want something and it's not coming along in the manner and the way or how quick I think it should be here, despite me doing all of this work and this energy, and I'm maintaining, I'm disciplining, and I'm doing all these things, I had to realize there's something within me that still needs fixing, or still needs to be worked on, or still needs to be changed before I'm able to receive what's for me. It's not like it's going anywhere. It's still mine. It's still mine. Everything that belongs to me is already mine. It's just I have to be in a position to receive it and be able to hold on to it and value it and help it grow and expand it, and not just squander it or throw it away or give it to other people. It starts with me. We always say that. It starts with us. And until we get that mindset, and until we move and make the adjustments and the changes that we need to make in order to receive everything that already belongs to us, we will continue to look at other people and compare our lives, compare ourselves to what they got going on, and secretly hating and sending energy their way and doing all this other stuff, only delaying us even more. So you have to be very careful. And then think about this too, how you speak to yourself, how you think about yourself subconsciously. Of course, I think sometimes we still have to heal from those subconscious mindsets and ideologies and things of that nature, because but you can reroute that, you can reprogram that, you can put intention into changing the things that you've been taught or what you think is the standard. You can change that, right? But you also have to uphold that. And you also have to allow yourself to be told something. Sometimes we don't want to be told nothing. We think we know everything, and we think, oh, well, I've been doing this for this amount of time, so it has to be right. Is it? You have to be open. You have to be receptive. So I say all that to say, maintaining your energy, maintaining your faith is not easy sometimes. I get it, because I'm in it right now. But at the same time, I know that everything that belongs to me is mine. And all I have to do is maintain my energy, maintain my focus, remain pure hearted, remain pure intentioned, do the work, show up for myself, pour into other people. You know what I'm saying? Speak positively, not just about other people to other people, but about myself to myself, and continue to do that. Continue to pour and give and you know what I'm saying? Do what I'm supposed to do. And it's all gonna come to me full circle. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's coming. And that keeps me going. It keeps me going, because many times, man, I'm done. I'm over it. And the next day, I give me a nap, or I take me a nice hot shower, or I'm just chilling, or I pray, I meditate. I talk to Kai, I talk to my best friends, and I'm back. I'm like, okay, you're right. I needed that. You're right. I needed to be poured into. Because sometimes we don't even know where the emotions is coming from. It's not even ours. It's not even our energy sometimes that we're feeling. But the people that we're around, we can pick that up. And sometimes we can carry that home with us and think, oh, well, I was fine before I went to work. I was fine before I went to the store, but now I'm feeling drained. Now I'm feeling like I can't do it. Now I'm feeling like I don't have the strength to carry on. And it's like, you need people around you to pour into you. It can't be you just pouring into other people, but then when you're going through it, you can't call on nobody. Watch your circle. Watch your environment. Watch your habits, your mindset, your thoughts. All of that contributes to your ability to start where you are and knock out the tasks that you have in mind to meet the requirements of the goals or the dreams and all of these things that you have that you would like to accomplish. All of that matters. All right, Kai, back to you.
Yeah, it definitely matters. And I, what you just said made me think about something that happened when I was like a little girl. Like I was like in elementary school, probably like in between, I want to say kindergarten and second grade. Yeah, kindergarten kindergarten and second grade, because I remember I was going in Arboretum. So it was between kindergarten and second grade. And I know I had posted about this. I shared this on like Facebook like a minute ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it again. So I remember I was young, elementary school, and I had two older cousins, like we were really close in age. Like they both of them are 4 years older than me, a boy and a girl. So I remember we was outside playing one day, and we always staying like with our grandparents. I mean, our parents stayed there too. I'm not about to get into that. Anywho, so we was staying by our grandparents, and so we was outside playing in front of the house or whatever. And I remember my girl cousin, I don't know, she just always never liked me for some reason. And she was like, yeah, that's why when we grow up, we gonna be rich and we gonna be successful and we gonna be living our best life. And when you grow up, you ain't gonna be shit. And you're gonna be stuck here taking care of our grandparents and watching the news all day, and you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna have nothing going on in your life, and we just gonna be rich and living good. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. And then the other one just co-signed, yeah, because I'm going to have a Thunderbird. Those was the cars back in the 90s. I'm going to have a Thunderbird with what it was, a T-top, and girl, all kind of other shit, girl. So, yeah. So, like, I feel like a lot of people in my family did look at me like I wasn't going to be shit. Like, I wasn't going to do nothing with myself. It was just all of them projecting either their life or just, being some hating ass people that they are. So here we are, fast forward, and that same cousin that told me that I wasn't gonna be shit and that I was gonna be stuck at home taking care of the grandparents and watching the news all day. What's she doing? That's her life, right now, to this day. That's her life. It's been her life for like the past 5, 6 years. I'm not saying that, to make fun or anything, but it's just be careful about what you say. Because what you say about somebody else, you manifesting stuff for your own life. And here I am living my best life, learning as I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Still having fun, still out here, like I'm enjoying my life. Like I can say that I am genuinely enjoying my life, as an adult now, since I've gotten rid of those, toxic people. I just want to share that. So don't let nobody project anything onto you. And it don't matter where you are. It don't matter where you stay. It don't matter how much money you have. Make it happen. Speak that shit into existence. Write it the fuck down. Speak it with your mouth. Don't just think it. Say it. And when you speak, you want to, don't say, oh, I wish, or I hope, or this. No, say it like you already have it. Like, you know what, I am, a great, a successful entrepreneur. I have a successful business, put it out into the universe, into the ethers. Like, I'm thankful for, the clientele that I have. I'm thankful to have the type of clientele that don't complain about my prices, and they just pay for my work because they see value, the same value that I see in my work, and the time and the love that I put into my creation, and that they see it too. And that they don't have no issues paying for it. Like, start to speak everything into existence that way. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. Man, I can't wait to tell y'all. I can't wait for what's going on right now, because this is a testimony, like what's going on in my life right now. But I can't speak on it yet. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all later. But anywho, let me get to this. So when you're starting where you are, it's just like you're planting a seed. right? So let's say that no, you may not own your own home. You may not have your own backyard, but you may have like a patio. You may have, enough space inside to put a pot there. So you just use what you have, right? You take that, you get a pot, you fill it up with some soil, you plant your seed, and just because you're not in your home and just because you don't own your home, does that mean that you're not going to nurture the seed that you just planted in the soil, or you're not going to water it because you're not in your own home, or you're not going to take care of it, or you're going to neglect it, and then you wondering why that seed isn't growing because you're not taking care of it. You just bought the seed. You just bought everything. You bought the pot. You bought the soil. You bought the seeds. You put the seed into the dirt, and you're not watering it. You're not making sure that it's hot enough. It's in a warm environment for it to sprout. You're not taking care of it. So if you don't take care of you, if you don't take care of the things that you can take care of, then it's never going to happen, because what can you do in that situation of you starting a plant? The only thing you can do is water it, and it's going to do everything else on its own. So continue to water yourself, continue to nurture yourself. And if there is your environment isn't the type of environment where you can grow, then you need to leave that environment, because it's sometimes it ain't the plant that's the problem, it's the environment. So check your environment too, but start where you are. And then when you're able to, purchase your home, or you have a home with a backyard, and now you can take, that plant and those roots, and it's already to start to sprout, and then you just plant it into the ground, and now it can grow bigger. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start where you at, because if you don't put it to work, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. So that's what I have for right now. I'm gonna turn over back over to Dr. Chris. What you got, girl?
So I was thinking about that, like, changing your environment, putting in the work, speaking with your mouth, thinking it, all of that. And I know for me, it took me a while to make that leap, to start where I was, because I was afraid, because I felt like, oh, I ain't been doing it. Why all of a sudden I think I could do it now? Or nobody in my family ever did that. This is the way that we typically have done things. This is what I was told. This is the tradition. This is how we do it. Why would I think I can change it? After all these generations and generations of family members that have come about and have passed on, why do I think I am equipped to make it happen if people before me couldn't make it happen? It's hard to navigate that, right? Because especially if you're like the first person to do it, it's like I don't know if I could do this. You'll talk yourself out of it. Like, nah, there's another way. I don't have to go this route. Or, nah, let me see what this person does first. And if it doesn't work for them, then I don't need to do it. Or if it works for them, maybe I can do it. Like, you struggle with taking control and stepping forward and going against the grain. Like, we going against the grain, going against the standard, the family standard. And it's like, think about it like this. People in your family have never made the move that you're trying to make, right? You want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be successful, you want to get a degree, you want to open your own business, you want to, go against everything that you've ever known, and you will be the first to do it. Nobody else wants you to do it in your family because, well, what if this? And putting negativity in your plans. We talk about that before too. Like, people always got something negative to say when you say you want to do something different or positive. Why is that? Have you thought about that?
Say some hidden ass bitches.
That's part of it. That's part of it, but it's also projection, because they've never tried to do what you want to do. So they've never seen what you're trying to see. And so because they've never stepped out on faith and exercised that faith in action, they feel like you don't deserve to do the same. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, you're not me. I'm going to do it anyway. And it could be difficult and challenging and scary when you're the first and only to do it. But think about this. Look at their life. Look at their life. Look at their circumstances. Look at their conditions. This is the result of them not doing what you would like to do. Is that the life you would like? You said you wanted different. You said you wanted to break the generational patterns. You said you wanted to be in a better position by this time next year, this time 2 years, this time 3 years, your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan. You said all of this, and yet you're basing your decisions, your moves on people that are nowhere near where you are or trying to get where you're trying to go. Does that make sense to do? Basing your decisions on people that are still in the same place that you left them. If they wanted to change, if they wanted differently, if they wanted to succeed, don't you think they would have done it by now? So if they have not done it by now, and they're telling you you shouldn't do it, why would you listen to that? Like, why would you allow that to dictate how you move? That was something I had to break out of. I'm the first in my family to be a doctor. You think I wasn't scared when I did it? But I did it though. And that's something I realized too. You know, when I meet people, or when I truly love and value somebody, and I can, like, they can, most people, like, when they connect with me and they get to know me, they're like, damn, Chris, you're real cool. I know. Like, that's you. You ain't trying to rock with me. I mean, I ain't do nothing to you. I'm gonna show you love. I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna give what I could give you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show up for you. You gonna know I care about you and love you. But like, sometimes when people aren't doing the healing work and they feel like they're inadequate in some way, and they look at me, it can be some things that come up. I trigger some people, and I realize that, like, a lot of times I used to blame myself, like, damn, well, maybe I shouldn't be this way. Maybe I shouldn't have got my doctorate. Maybe I shouldn't tell people that I'm gonna brag. I'm gonna talk about it. And if you feel some way, that's on you. But baby, I didn't put in too much time, energy, money, intention, all of that, to just not talk about everything that I've overcome to be Dr. Chris. But I said, you know, sometimes when you're the one to step forward and do things differently, and you're the first to do it, and you're scared when you do it, not everybody is capable to do the same. Like, you can look at somebody and you can see so much more in them than they see in themselves, and you see their potential, and you're like, damn, if you believed in you as much as I believed in you, you would be a force to be reckoned with. I know you're scared. I've been there. I'm scared too. I'm doing things nobody in my family ever do, but I'm doing it. Do it with me. And sometimes we have to release that. Like, they're scared and they might not do it anyway. And we have to accept that. Not everybody is built that way. They're not you. And that's something I recently learned. Like, you cannot, exactly, hey, best friend, you cannot let your fears control you. And for a very long time, I allowed that. And at one point in my life, I was like, no, I say I want this. I want this type of life, and I see this goal, and I want to accomplish it. And no, nobody in my family has ever done it, but I want it, so I'm going to do it. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know how I'm going to knock it out, or who I'm going to meet to make me or help me along my path, but I'm going to do it. And that's what you have to be. mentally. Like it definitely takes a mental strength. People talk about, oh, you're so strong. It's not about physicality. It's about your mental, your spiritual, like your tenacity, your ability to pick yourself up, your ability to keep going, even with everything coming against you and you don't know what's going on. You don't know if you're going to keep this, if you're going to lose this, if this going to happen, if this going to change the trajectory of your path. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't care what come my way, I'm going to do this. That's what we're talking about. Starting where you are, you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you know what your end goal is. Twists and turns gonna come about, trials and tribulations gonna happen, disappointments gonna come about, you're gonna lose some connections, you're gonna lose some people, you might have to disconnect from some people, you might have to release some things, you might have to change your environment, you might have to make some moves that you ain't never made before. But at the end of the day, you know your end goal. You gonna do it, or are you gonna allow your fears to tell you that you can't? It's on you. But whatever decision you make, you made the decision. You cannot blame other people for the decision that you make. So that's all I got. Kai, what you got, girl?
Yes, girl. So, like you said, you gotta do it tired. You gotta do it depressed. You gotta do it stressed. And you gotta do it broke. You gotta do it not knowing nothing. Like you gotta go in that bit blind, okay? Like, and this is something that I've been finding myself thinking about and telling people lately. You know, everybody talk about how much faith they have. You know, no matter what your religion is. Everybody talk about, oh, I got faith. Or I believe in God, whichever God you believe in, whatever you decide to do. Everybody says that they have faith, but nobody is exercising that faith, because if you had faith, you would just do it. And this takes me back to tarot. In the tarot deck, there's a card called the Fool card. It's zero. That is the number zero, fool. It's the fool card. And everybody, you know, associate April Fools with being stupid and, you know, getting tricks played on you. That's not what that card means. The fool card in the tarot deck, it represents faith. Damn, and I don't have none of my cards. Okay. Anywho, so on the Fool card, it's most of the times it's a picture of, it's an animation of a female, right? And she has headphones in, she has a book in her hand, she has her phone, and she's walking off of a cliff. And she has a little dog with her, and she's about to like take this leap off the cliff. And she's so happy doing it. That's faith. Because you don't even know what's going to happen once you step off that cliff. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to sink or if you're going to swim. But if you've been doing everything that you're supposed to been doing, if you are being the person, a good person, not just to yourself, but to other people, and if you are making sure that, hey, look, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, when you take that leap of faith, then you should already know that hand, whatever God it is that you serve, if you've been doing everything right, then that God is going to catch you. That energy is going to make sure that you are taken care of if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because you can't call on me only when you want or you need something, but we don't talk every day. So whatever it is, whatever religious practices or spiritual practices that you do, you have to make sure that the word ritual isn't spiritual. It is a ritual. No matter how people try to make it seem like rituals are evil. Yeah, you got evil rituals. And you have rituals that's not evil. It's all about your intention. So if you're an evil person, then yes, all of your rituals are going to be evil. If you are not an evil person, then your rituals are going to be for only the betterment of yourself. It's just like having a gun. Is the gun evil? Or is it the person that's holding a gun and their intentions? I could own a gun and you ain't never gonna know that I have a gun because the only time I'm gonna take that motherfucker out is to protect myself. But then you have other people, they walk around with guns and they want to tote it around, they want to show you that they big and bad and they want to use it just to put fear into people. So is it the gun that's the problem or is it the owner? The same thing with religion, with spirituality, with all of these symbols that you see. It's not the actual culture, it's the individual. So it still falls on you. So I said all that to say, make sure that you are having faith, whatever you practice, for spirituality or religion. Make sure that you're doing that shit every day. Make sure that you're not just reaching out to that entity, that source, only when you want something, only when you need something, only when you down on your luck, because then you're using them. You're using that energy. And who likes to be used? Nobody don't like to be used, because I know if you using me, I'm gonna cut you the fuck off. And then it's gonna be 10 times harder for you to get back in good with me because you just been using me. So get beef up and, whatever it is that you do spiritually, if you go to church, whatever it is that you do, make sure that you are active in your spiritual practices. So that way, when you go out to take that leap of faith, you know that you're going to be caught. You know that you're not going to fall. And I know for a fact, every time I jump, I'm getting caught. I know every time I take a leap of faith, I ain't never going to be dropped. Ever. Because everything has always worked out in my favor. And everything will continue to work out in my favor. And it's going to work out better than I can even imagine. And you have to be delusional as fuck on this journey when you are manifesting and creating and starting where you are. You have to be so fucking delusional that people be like, you sound crazy. That is not... Oh my God, what are you thinking? And then when all that shit start happening and it starts to manifest, then they're going to be sitting around with that dick look, because with his faith, you keep talking about faith, but then nobody has it. I got it. And shit is working. Oh, it is definitely working out in my favor. And I can attest to that. And I cannot wait to talk about it. But as of now, I ain't talking about it. So let me go back. And we're going to go back to the vibrations part that I was talking about. So your frequency, your energy, your vibration. All right. So I know I told this to a few people that had consultations with me, but it's true. So I'm going to say it again. When you're in the car, you're taking a trip, and, we just going to say New Orleans. You in New Orleans, you listening to Q93. You know that once you hit a certain point, you're not going to be able to catch that station anymore because you are out of range with that frequency. So since you are out of range of that frequency, you cannot catch that frequency anymore, then you have to find another station to listen to. So it's the same thing with us. If you want to attract certain things, you have to make sure that you are on that frequency, because if you're not on that frequency, you ain't never going to catch the wave. You're never going to catch the wave. So keep your energy up. Start where you are. Don't worry. Don't stress. And I know it's easier said than done. It is certainly easier said than done, but it's not impossible. So that's something that I want people to stop saying too. Stop saying, oh, but it's easier said than done. Okay, a lot of things are easier said than done. Stop telling yourself that, because that's what you are programming yourself to be like, oh yeah, but it's easier said than done. No, but it's possible. It's not impossible. You just gonna have to put in a little work.
Anything.
And that's a lot of people don't want to work. People don't want to work. People don't want to put in the work. People don't want to get their hands dirty. People don't want to lose connections. People don't want to cut people off. People don't want to move. People don't want to take accountability. People don't want to take faith. People want to look for somebody else to blame, but it's all on you at the end of the day. It's all on you at the end of the day. So start where you are, and it's going to happen. It's going to align, because that's what faith is. It's going to, no, I don't have this. I don't have that. Okay. But you're not even trying. So you have thought that, hey, well, maybe if I try, then I will attract those things that I need so that I can create this life that I want to manifest for myself. That's just like you saying, okay, yeah, I'm house shopping, but then you never get up and you never go look for a house. I want to purchase a house, but I'm not going to make sure that I have, at least 2,000 saved for the first time home buyers program. I want to buy a house, but I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to just keep this one job because I don't want to work too hard. And, I'm not going to get no rest. You got to sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice for what it is that you want, do you really want it? Do you really want it? If you're not willing to sacrifice, how many times have you refused to help a person because you see that they refuse to help themselves? Somebody asks you for something. Oh, look, I just need, a couple of dollars to hold me over, because I got this going on and I got that going on. But then this person ain't doing nothing. You know that they're literally not doing anything to better themselves, but they know as long as you working and as long as you working and as long as you working, I could just hit you up for some money. I could hit you up for some money and I could hit you up for some money and I don't have to do nothing for myself because you're going to do it for me. Nah, you got to do it for yourself. And that's another thing that will stop you. Stop doing stuff for people that you know that you're not able to. That's going to keep you back too. You can't always give somebody your last just because you have a good heart. Yes, have a good heart, but you also have to remember to put yourself first. You have to, because if you don't, then other people gonna just be like, oh, but I know that they gonna give it to me, even if they do need it. And that used to be me. I would give somebody my last, knowing that I needed it. But I'd be like, you know what, I could wait. I'll get it back. No, 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 no. Hell no. You grown. Figure it the fuck out just like I had to figure it the fuck out. Now it's different if you are actively working on yourself and you're like, you know what, I had this going on, I had that going on, and I'm still a little short. I got you. You ain't gotta say nothing else. I got you. Because you're trying. But if you ain't trying, so the same way we feel about you, if you're only going to help somebody when you see them trying, how you think the divine creator feel? I'm not about to give you nothing you ain't even trying. You ain't even putting forth no effort. You have to create the wave. It's you. It's your frequency. You have to make the change. So if you're not making a change in that frequency, so that you are aligned with everything that you want to attract, the opportunities will never present itself. And just like when you scrolling on that little dial and you outside of the Q93 area, and you, no matter how many times you scroll or you press the tune button to find Q93, it's going to keep passing it up. And why is it going to keep passing it up? Because you're not on the same frequency with that station. So get on a frequency of what it is that you want to attract, maintain that energy level, maintain that frequency. And yes, I know you may not want to hear it all the time. I know, because I know, but you have to, like, so you have to hear things that you don't want to hear sometimes. And that's okay. But it's the truth. That's what you have to do. You have to maintain. If you don't stay in the New Orleans area, you ain't gonna get Q93. You're not gonna get B97. You're not gonna get FM 98. You're not gonna get 102.9, 106.7. You ain't gonna get none of them stations because you're not in alignment. I hope that makes sense. Did that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay.
That made sense. You are teaching. Let me just put that out. You are teaching. I'm learning. Of course, I'm used to it, y'all. Y'all knew coming into the picture, but I'm always ready to learn from this young woman. Like, I've learned so much from her in the last 2 years, 2.5 years since we've reconnected. I've known her since elementary. So it's like I love to see how she's grown, how she has healed, how she pours into other people, including me. Like, us doing this, we both took a step on faith. Like, we were both scared, but we agreed. You got me, I got you, friend. Let's do it. Anybody feeling off? Okay, well, do we need to reschedule? Do we need to take a breather? You good? I'd be like, friend, go on without me. No. She refuses to go on live without me. So it's like, okay, it's us. We locked in. And that's something that we all need, right? We need somebody that will pour into us and see us. Not for what we can do for them, not for what they can get from us, but genuinely caring about the individual and checking in. You good? How can I assist you? How can I pour into you? How can I show up for you? What do you need? That's what it's about. If you walking in this world acting like you don't need nobody and you can do it all on your own and can't nobody do nothing for you, you will continually be by yourself. You will continually be drained of your energy and will not be on the right frequency. Because we all know what's one of the greatest frequencies of all time? Love. Love. Love can do things that other things can't. You'll find yourself forgiving people because you love thyself, but you also love them. But love will also have you making decisions like, this ain't for me. I love me. I can't possibly say I love myself. And I'm dealing with people that constantly do dirt to me, that don't pour into me. They constantly taking from me, constantly trying to use me, constantly talking about me like a dog to other people, constantly pitting this person and this person. Like, when you love yourself and you love other people and you know who you are and what you bring to people's lives, and you're pouring into people and you're uplifting people and you're encouraging people and you're doing this for, and it's not to brag, it's about it's showing your intention, how pure you are, right? If you're continually doing that, why wouldn't you just start where you are? Why wouldn't you take the leap? Like I say, if you know you showing up and you doing the right thing at all times and your intentions are good and pure and you take a leap, you know you're going to be caught. So why are you tripping? Why are you worried? And again, we can't talk about nothing we ain't been through. Okay? We can't encourage you about something that we ain't ever overcome or been through. So trust and believe that whatever we talk about on here, we have either overcome or currently going through and are overcoming, or have been directly impacted by what we're discussing. Exactly. I don't mind being used, but don't misuse me. Because you're gonna have to pay for that. Like I said, you don't know how protect who you dealing with. You don't know how their spiritual team is coming. You hurt them, you make them cry. Baby, do you know what you just did? Like, it's gonna come back for you. So just watch your step, be careful, and just do
Tread lightly.
it very light. Cause my team, they don't play about me. I can rock
Mm-mm.
that. Baby, you ain't never gotta worry about get my lick back, cause it's gonna come on you anyway. I'ma just be over here, continue to progress and excel and do well, while you on the sidelines worrying about why everything around you falling apart. That wasn't me. Better be careful with me. That was so good. Ooh. I like that. What you got, friend? What you got? We run out of time.
Um, I think that is it. I can definitely go ahead and close this out with our affirmation, and then you can give us our,
All
inspiration, word of advice. All right, y'all. So today's affirmation, it comes from Oncology Nursing News. That's the website that I saw it on. And it says, to achieve greatness, start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. So, to achieve greatness, okay, start what I said earlier, start where the fuck you at. Okay, start where you are. Because guess what? It's building character. You start where you are, it's building character, okay? Use what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. Use the resources that you have. And if you may not have the physical resources, then that's when you want to use the other people that you know. Start to network because they may know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You never know. And do what you can. Don't worry about what you can't do. Don't stress yourself out because once you start to worry, you dropping your frequency now. And now you're not maintaining that positive energy. You're not maintaining that frequency that you once had when this idea came to you. It's like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Stay excited about it. Stay excited about it, even if you don't know where, even if you don't know what, even if you don't know how, even if you don't know when. Keep your energy high so that you can attract what's on that level. Because as soon as you drop it, then you're gonna start to attract stuff that's not what you on that frequency. Um, let's see, that means that you are equipped with the tools and resources necessary. Um, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Resources and tools. You must have changed something. Okay, yeah, you did. Okay, so you are equipped with the tools and resources necessary to succeed. You were born with them. Yes, everything that we have, we are born with everything that we need. Your mind, your heart, your intuition. Stay in tune with yourself. So, yes, and I'm going to just say it one more time. To achieve greatness, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Chris.
that was right on time. Cause okay, know. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's all right. She said her newborn hating on her lap. That's all
It's
right.
okay. Hey,
Yeah,
baby.
hey. So I'm gonna just end with this. We talk about making moves that we're scared of, doing things that we've never seen done before, and still having the confidence to move forward in faith, right? I think we need to reassess that. Like, if there's something that is pulling on you, right? It's like it just won't go away. You're like, I ain't worried about that right now. And then you think about it again, or you see confirmations of it everywhere. You driving to work, you at work, somebody bringing it up. You go to the store, you see something on the banner. Everywhere, it's everywhere. That means it's something that you're supposed to do, but you're afraid to do it. My suggestion, my advice, my encouragement to you is to step out on faith. Do it scared. Yeah, do it scared. You don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have control over that, and that's our problem. We're trying so hard to control things. We want it to. Well, if it needs to go like this, that takes the fun out of everything. Sometimes life is about allowing the journey and everything that comes with it to happen as it should happen. And we don't know about how it's going to happen. And being able to release that and allowing it to go forth and being okay with it. Challenging, yes. A little bit scary, yeah. Off putting, I don't know. But you say you want that. So are you going to sit in your fear and allow it to control your life for the rest of your life? Or are you going to make the decision to be intentional, step out on your faith, and just believe that everything that you do, every word that you speak, every connection that you make will help you progress and accomplish your goal? You could be scared and walk in faith and act on faith, or you could be scared and be crippled and stay where you are. Can't do both. What you gonna go with? Make a choice and stand on it. Make your choice and stand on it. That's it. That's all. And with that, we are going to end this live. It was so good talking with y'all. We missed it. It's only been like what, 2 weeks since the last live. 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. Yeah. We missed y'all either way. And we are so thankful for you guys, for those that have been tuning in when they can, watching it after the fact. You know, you can't make the live, but you're on our YouTube watching it. You're sending us messages, you're leaving comments, giving us feedback, texting us, calling us. We appreciate all of that. We're so thankful for you guys, for your support, for your understanding and your consistency. We thank you. The next time we will be live, let's see. Is it the 18th or is the 18th? Okay. So next time we'll be on live is November 18th, and topic will be determined. Of course, we're going to keep you guys posted, and just stay tuned. Whatever we come out with, you know, we got you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email us at safetospeak222@gmail.com. And that's that. Kai, you got any comments?
No, just thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. And we will see y'all on the next live. Bye.